My name is Andrea McGovern, and this is my husband, Bill McGovern, and we live in Ohio. We've lived here about 25 years. So we're here today to talk about the fact that gambling in many ways led to my son Mike's death by suicide in January of 2014. You can call it a lot of things: compulsive, problem gambling, addiction, gambling addiction. I guess there are now considered to be different levels of that. But in the end, they all have a very high percentage of suicide, at least attempts, among the people who have this problem. And unfortunately, our son's was not only an attempt, but a death.
Out of every 100 gamblers, 5 of them are problem gamblers. Out of those 5 problem gamblers, 1 of them will complete suicide. Addictions can confront us in many different ways. I think a big part of our journey as parents is coming to the realization, and Mike, letting us know in a very difficult way that he was having a problem. We eventually got on board, asked him to stay to the program of Gamblers Anonymous. We joined Gam-Anon some months later after Mike had actually made a suicide attempt. And we became a lot more informed about the depth of the problem and the signs. And so I think that for us as just lay people, not professionals in the field, but being able to recognize issues, recognize behaviors, recognize how words are used and how people express themselves, can lead to what we have learned through American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, having a real conversation, not just passively walking by somebody, acquaintance or even a good friend, say, "How you doing?" That is very hollow and shallow, when it really should be, how are you coping with your issues? How are you coping with your pain? How are you coping with your credit issues, your creditors? Are you having, a gambling problem? How can I help you? There's a large community out there, and by banding together, by getting tapped into the right agency for you, for your particular needs, for your family, to help them to understand what you're going through, I think is a tremendous hope. And I can't overstate that. It sounds overly simple because you got to get plugged into it before you actually reap the benefit of it. And is it all pie in the sky and everything's going to be great and wonderful? No, it's hard work. It is truly hard work at every level. But that effort creates hope.